This episode is brought to you by Wise. Wise is the app for international people using money around the globe. With Wise, you can send, spend, and receive up to 40 currencies with only a few simple taps and save up to 55% compared to major banks. Plus, Wise won't add hidden fees to your transfer. Whether you're buying souvenirs with pesos in Puerto Vallarta or sending euros to tip your Colosseum tour guide, you know you're getting a fair exchange rate with no extra markups. Be smart. Join the 15 million customers who choose Wise. Download the Wise app today or visit wise.com. Learn more by visiting wise.com/US/compare. T's and C's apply. This episode is brought to you by Window Nation. October is here, and so is the return of chilly air seeping into your home. That is, if you have old, stuck, or cracked windows. Eliminate annoying drafts once and for all with top-quality replacement windows from Window Nation. And this month, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. There's no limit to how many windows you replace, and your total price includes 1-day installation. Get started on your free estimate before October 31st to save big on replacement windows. Schedule a fast free estimate now with the pros at Window Nation. Visit windownation.com for more information. That's windownation.com.
Today on CityCast Denver, boo! Just kidding. I'm not a ghost. I'm Paul, and I'm so excited to bring you today a spooktacular, frighteningly delicious, and in other ways Halloween-adjacent guide to October in Denver. From competition-worthy baked goods to an intriguing exhibit at a great local museum, we've got plenty of ways to make it a mile-high month. Today is Wednesday, October 1st. I'm Paul Caroli, and here's what Denver's talking about. Hey, good morning, everyone. Newsletter editor Peyton Garcia, welcome to the show.
Hey.
It's been a while. We're so glad to have you back on mic.
Woohoo. Me too.
Producer Olivia Juliev is joining us as well. Hey, Olivia.
Hello, I'm also here.
Also here.
Woohoo.
This, if you haven't seen the title and just clicked play and dove right in, this is our monthly guide to the best of Denver. We do this every month. It's one of our favorite things to do, where we, the experts at having fun and making the most of a life in Denver, share our recommendations for how to do it best. This monthly guide, of course, is brought to you by MultiPass, a very cool new event ticketing platform based right here in Denver. You'll be hearing about a little bit more later in the show. But first, before we get to our recommendations for October, and before we hear more from MultiPass, I have to remind you that we are now in the final stretch of our fall membership campaign. This is crunch time, people. It's actually really important now. Thank you so much to everybody that's joined, but we actually are still pretty far from our goal, so we need you to sign up. If this show matters to you, if the newsletter Peyton writes every morning matters to you, if you want us to stick around, now is the time to join. Become a CityCast Denver neighbor today at membership.citycast.fm. Now, Olivia, why might someone want to do that?
If you have a heart, no. if you
unless
care,
you're some kind of Grinch,
if
just
you love
waiting
us,
till
if you
Christmas.
care about us reaching our goals and not getting in trouble at work, no, there's actually a lot of benefits for you, like an ad-free podcast feed. That's super cool. Peyton sends out a curated members event list every Monday with a bunch of events just for you. We've also got a special tote bag just for this membership drive. It says Neighbors Make Denver, and that's what you are when you join, a neighbor. We've also got secret invites to member meetups.
We're planning one later this month.
Yeah, later
Should be
this
very
month.
cool.
And only do you get the invite and details if you are a member. So that is like a big reason to join. And then also you just
the perks are cool.
Yeah, you get the satisfaction of knowing that you're helping us and keeping us on this platform for, years to come.
If we don't have your support, there's no promise that we're going to be able to keep providing this resource, which is what I hope CityCast Denver really is I think of this as a service. Like, I care about the truth. I think that I've spent a lot of time getting good at finding it. And I hope that that's a resource for all Denverites who want information, who want to make the most out of life in this city, who want to stay and feel connected and be a part of this community. So join the membership program today at membership.citycast.fm. $10 a month or $100 a year. If you like a bargain, you get the ad-free feed. You get the membership email that Peyton curates. Peyton, you want to talk about that a little bit? How do you pick those events?
You guys, I spend a lot of, this is not some bot. I'm not having AI pull events for you. I am trolling the internet. I have bookmarks of all these cool places to find events, and I pick out the stuff that I truly think you guys will like. And then I go through the data afterwards and I see what you guys click on and I know what you guys like. So when I say that this is personalized for my readers, it is. I put so much time and effort into this email that I write you guys every Monday, this extra email on top of the one that you guys get in your inbox every morning. This one's just for members. And I do put my heart and soul into it. So, for $10 a month or $100 a year, I will keep doing that for you.
Her heart and soul, folks.
Do it for Peyton's heart and soul.
For the price of $10 a month, my heart and soul.
Okay, join now, membership.citycast.fm. Let's get to some of our recommendations for October.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done one of these in a while, and I was really excited to do it. So
too.
we got a few categories. We're going to talk about things to do, things to eat or drink, and then our special theme category this month is something that is a trick and or treat, which I don't know how you all interpret it, but I had fun with that. But we'll start with something to do / experience. Olivia, why don't you start us off?
All right. It's not a trinket shop. I'll just get that out of the way for you guys. I'm so sorry. This is great though. This is going to be really fun. So I'm recommending you hit up Good Kid Collective's closing party. Good Kid Collective is a vintage reseller brand. So right now they have a storefront right next to Hearth and Tablone Coffee on 17th Avenue. And they are leaving that storefront for bigger and better things, TBD. But they're doing like a huge festive little party to celebrate the end of that chapter. And so on October 4th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., they're going to be having like an all-day party of like deals on their vintage stuff they're selling. They're going to have like a $5 bin. They're going to be having, a bunch of just like fun stuff going on. They're actually going to have flash tattoos, which is like, I feel like that's such a cool girl thing to have going on at your event. So this sounds like such a cool event. And like, I think the people at Good Kid Collective, Gabby, they're just so cool over there. So definitely hit this one up. Get you some cheap deals on cool vintage. They have a lot of like Broncos gear and like vintage Denver stuff. So if you need some stuff to rep the city, definitely go over there.
When did you say this is happening?
It's on October 4th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's on 17th Avenue.
Nice. And that coffee shop, you like that coffee shop, right, Paul? Isn't that one that you like?
I was worried you were going to say something, Peyton, because it's a little bit of a sensitive subject. I do love Tablone. I love Hearth, but I'm a little bit grumpy with them right now because they're closing the location in my neighborhood in Virginia Village. It's part of some new owners took over the strip mall and they're redeveloping it and I think there was some negotiations that maybe they raised some prices on the lessees that Tablone and Hearth didn't want to pay. But they're opening a new place in Littleton soon. So they're not contracting as a company. They're going to have another new place. But a little too far for me to walk to in the morning.
You could try.
The location I mentioned is not closing, just to be clear. That one is not closing, and it will be open. So you can get yourself a little jar of coffee before you go over to the Good Kid Collectives.
Get you a jar latte and some deals at Good Kid Collective.
Yeah, gonna be a cool day.
All right, Peyton, how about you? What's your thing to do / experience in October?
Yeah. Can I just say I was so excited to do this, and I have so many exciting picks. I have not done one of these in so long. So I'm really excited to recommend the Victorian Death Experience at the Center for Colorado Women's History. Have you guys heard of this?
No, what is this? I don't know anything about this.
Has immersive culture gone too far? The death experience?
No.
Tell me why.
Yeah, no, this is something that they've done for 3 years now. So this is their 3rd year. And it's at the Center for Colorado Women's History. And it's, so if you guys know, they do daytime tours in the historic mansion that houses them. It was the Byers Evans house. It is what it used to be. Now it's the Center for Colorado Women's History. And they do these daytime tours, and they're historic home tours. And I don't know if you guys have ever done those, but I really, really enjoy them. if you're at all into history, it's really cool because they leave everything the way that house would have looked like in the Victorian era when it was built. So it's full of furniture that's like original, that belonged to owners of the past. And they have it decked out with a bunch of old Colorado artifacts from real life Coloradans who lived. And so right now, when you do like a day tour at the center, you walk through the house and you learn all about really important female characters in Colorado's history. And so like each room kind of talks about different people and like how they helped certain movements like the suffragette movement. And, you've got Justina Ford and Rattlesnake Kate and Baby Doe Tabor, all these people. So it's really cool. And what I love about it is you're walking through the house as it would have been, which is fantastic. So it starts tomorrow on October 2nd and runs through Halloween on Thursdays and Fridays. But this is a night tour. So you go in the evening, and what you're learning about is the Victorian rituals and practices for mourning in that era, which a lot of women kind of led that practice. And so it's kind of spooky. So it's not scary, but it's not creepy. You go in and there's all these old things. But like, for example, the thing that I thought was the most interesting is something that they used to do when they were mourning in the Victorian era is they took hair from the dead people and then they like made wreaths out of them or bracelets or necklaces. And so like they had some of those on display with like real hair from like real dead Colorado
Shout out
people.
Hair Museum in Missouri.
Oh, well, yeah. So it's a thing. But it was very cool. And they encourage you to like don your best Victorian era mourning like outfits. So like you should go in all black and you should wear a veil. And
did you?
They gave me a veil. They gave me a veil to wear, which really added to the experience.
Love it.
Shout out to Margot. She was my tour guide and she was very knowledgeable. She stayed in character the whole time. So it was just really cool. It's not, like I said, it's not scary, but it's not creepy because some of the stuff they did back then was just kind of like mind blowing, like dead people hair wreaths. But you should absolutely check it out. So it's a great option if you're not someone who's like into a haunted house, and if you're really into like learning history, this is like totally for you. Very cool.
That's sick.
Very spooky.
I love it, Peyton. That's a great pick.
Yeah. Super fun.
All right, I'll finish us off for this category. I wanted to give a couple of quick hits here that really don't need a lot of explanation. The Broadway Halloween Parade is very fun, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever this year. Last year, I took an evening walk through Fairmount Cemetery in October that was like seasonal and made me feel good, and that's an interesting place to enjoy some history as well. But the thing I want to recommend is the same thing I recommended last year for October, but is also back and bigger than ever. And I liked it so much, I reached out to the guy who runs it. His name is Zach Martinucci. His company is called Rebel Bread. And now CityCast Denver is officially a sponsor of this event because I want them to succeed. And I think that our audience would love what they do. I mean, I heard it last year. I talked about this. People showed up. I met people there. It was so much fun. So now we're even a bigger part of it. Bake Fest. It is happening on Saturday, October 4th in the morning. They are having this year, in addition to the mix of amateur and professional bakers who are bringing their best across a variety of categories, new categories this year, so that's a little bit fun. There's going to be jugglers, magicians, chalk art. There's going to be tours of Rebel Bread's new and expanded industrial-sized bakery. Rebel Bread, if you're not familiar, is kind of a success story in Denver right now. They've gone from like one small bakery providing like croissants and baked goods to coffee shops to a pretty big industrial operation. I was really excited to take a tour the other week with Zach. But also, I'll be judging a category. So if you go and if you enjoy the event, and if you try anything in the bars category, I will be there and I want to hear your take. It will inform my opinion. If I hear listeners of CityCast's takes,
All can be bought.
especially members, of course I don't know if I can be bought, but I can be swayed by great takes. I'm susceptible to hot takes. So that's my pick. Bake Fest, October 4th. I know for a fact CityCast Denver listeners will enjoy it.
They actually hired me to be one of the magicians there. I'm going to be making the cookies disappear.
Good one.
Okay.
Good one,
All
Liv.
right. But,
Womp womp.
let's go to an ad break on that.
This episode is brought to you by MultiPass. Founded by event hosts for event hosts, MultiPass makes it easy to sell tickets and memberships and find local events. MultiPass is proudly based in Denver and deeply rooted in the local event and creative scene. MultiPass is different. It has a unique community chat feature that unlocks post RSVP. This helps attendees connect and engage. So find your new BFF or just someone who wants to grab dinner before a show. And if you're an events producer, cash flow issues are a thing of the past with MultiPass's same-day payouts. Plus, it has revenue sharing tools already built in, which automatically splits ticket revenue between producers, performers, and promoters. I always say this, MultiPass would have saved me some real headaches back in the day with my DIY organizing. You guys have it easy. MultiPass, they're good. MultiPass is designed to help everyone in the event ecosystem win, not just the platform. Learn more at multipass.com. That's multipass.com. Hey, it's Bree, host of CityCast Denver, and I'm here with who?
Producer Olivia Jewel Love. Hey, we are here because it is our membership drive. So, we need your help. Y'all know we are a small team, and every day we put on a new pod for you guys, put on a new newsletter for you guys, and that's a lot of work. Like, low-key, we make it look easy, y'all know, but honestly, like, we need your support.
And in exchange, there are perks. I think this is the newest thing. This is pretty cool, is you get invites to member-only events, and our last one was a banger. So if you want that information, sign up to be a member today. You also get a curated weekly list of events, of the best things to do in the city. Peyton puts that together every single week. And we give you a little space to share what you love about Denver in our podcast. So you could become a CityCast Denver neighbor today for just $10 a month or $100 a year. You can go to membership.citycast.fm. Sign up, super easy. And if you sign up now through October 3rd, what do you get, Olivia?
Tote bags!
Hey, folks, I'm back again to remind you we are in the middle of our fall membership drive. It is time to step up and say, CityCast Denver matters to me. And you can do that by becoming a neighbor. It's $10 a month or $100 a year. And you get a bunch of great perks. But honestly, it's about saying this matters. This matters to the city. I know what the value is because you already do. You're here listening. You're getting great recommendations on what to do in October, but you're also getting information and news and stories that you care about from people that you know. You know us. That's what we do. We are real people on this podcast here with you. We're engaged with everything that makes Denver, Denver. All kinds of stuff. I mean, there's stories you hear about here that you don't hear about in other places. That means we're engaged with everything that makes Denver, Denver. Like the mysterious rent algorithm, RealPage, that may or may not be driving up your rent. Or that nasty smell at Little Man Ice Cream in Lohi that everyone waiting in line definitely smelled but didn't want to talk about. We figured that out for you. And we're also asking the hard questions, like Chipotle versus Illegal Pete's, Lucifer versus the Big Blue Bear. These are the questions that Denverites have been debating for years, and they do it here on this show. So if we've helped you feel more connected and proud to call this place home, become a CityCast Denver neighbor today. You get ad-free listening, the members-only events roundup. This drive only, you get that tote bag. Neighbors make Denver, and you can become a neighbor if you join. Do it now at membership.citycast.fm, and we need it. We need it now because this drive is ending soon. It's your last chance to get the tote bag. Join now at membership.citycast.fm. Hey, Peyton and Olivia, you ready for our next category?
Mm-hmm.
All right, something to eat/drink. Peyton, you want to go first?
Yeah. So I want to recommend this new-ish coffee shop. It's called Coffee Syrup, and it's in 5 Points. It is a Filipino-inspired coffee shop. They actually call themselves Denver's first Filipino coffee shop. I mean, I cannot verify that, but they are women-owned, and they opened at the start of the year, and they are so great. I was excited to check them out, and now I am obsessed with them. And the reason I'm specifically recommending them now is because they have a phenomenal pumpkin menu. And as you guys know, I am a basic pumpkin girl and I love pumpkin anything this time of year. But I'm sick of Starbucks. I think that their pumpkin is way too sweet and they are problematic anyway.
It is too sweet.
But it's not good. So I was looking for new pumpkin and I told you guys I have a new baby, so I'm really going hard in the coffee game right now. And they have a cold brew topped with pumpkin cheesecake cold foam. They have a white chocolate pumpkin pie latte. They have a pumpkin pie latte topped with pumpkin cheesecake cold foam. They go hard on their pumpkin menu. And I know it sounds really crazy and too sweet, but I mean, for me, compared to like Starbucks, which just tastes really syrupy, it was not overly sweet. And you have a lot of mix and match options. So check out their pumpkin menu. They also have a lot of pumpkin treats. They have these like Filipino rolls, pumpkin stuffed Filipino rolls. They've got pumpkin hand pies, pumpkin chocolate mini challah bread. But I was surprised. So I went in for the pumpkin stuff, but their regular menu might even be better. They use traditional Filipino flavors like ube and pandan, which without getting too specific, they're both like a little nutty, a little sweet, a little vanilla-y. So
Extremely
good.
trendy right now. I have a note in my phone right now where I've been keeping track of where I see the pandan stuff around the city. It's a very long list now.
It's very hot right now. But if you've never tried it and you want to dabble in it, I would recommend these guys because you can kind of like build your own latte basically using these flavors, and it was really good. And then they also serve something called mestiza, which is like a Filipino style horchata. If you guys like horchata, oh my gosh, I asked to sample this and I think I freaked the guy out at the counter because I was like, this is so good. This is incredible. It's not caffeinated. You can make it caffeinated, but so delicious. And I just want to say their staff was fabulous. I loved everything about my experience there. The vibes were great. The staff was awesome. The coffee was delicious. 10 out of 10 recommend for their pumpkin stuff, but also just anytime.
All right, Olivia, how about you? What's your recommendation for something to eat/drink in October?
Mine is also a beverage that I had multiple of over the weekend, and it was very good. It is the Hollow Jack Pumpkin with Coffee. It's an apple wine cider from Platt Park Brewing. This beverage is like fall in a cup. So I'm not really a traditional beer drinker. So I'm at a brewery with my partner who is, and I'm like, what am I going to get? I'm like, I love places where they let you sample it, which is most places if you're confident enough to ask, which I'm usually not. But I was this day because I saw someone else do it. And this is like an apple wine. So it tastes appley. And then it's got some kind of like pumpkin-y something in it. So it tastes a little pumpkin-y. But then at the end, like after you drink it, you get like a coffee aftertaste in your mouth. But not like in a really good way. It's I have never had something like this before. It is
fascinating.
Such an odd beverage, but I really liked it. And it felt very
pumpkin apple Paul.
It is the Hollow Jack Pumpkin with Coffee. And it is cider. It is a cider apple wine.
Oh my
there are
goodness.
a lot of words here, but they are all fall indicating words. And it was really good. Yeah. I had 2 glasses of it. I was feeling really good afterwards. I could have drank a lot of this. Fall in a cup. Go try it. So good.
That's just what they should call it.
It was literally fall in a cup. But the coffee aftertaste, I was like, whoa, this is weird, but I love it. So
very cool.
Yeah, all the adjectives, good stuff.
Okay, my turn. I am going to recommend something that I was turned on to by my friends JD and Mallory, who live over on West Colfax. There is a new place that's kind of near the Corky Gonzalez Library. It's called Los Socios Birreria, which is a place that specializes in birria, the slow-cooked, marinated meats, typically beef or lamb. But their menu is full of all the classics, stuff you see online. I know this is kind of a trendy thing. You see like, quesabirria or like a birria ramen. They also have birria pizza, birria fries, birria everything, literally. There's like, they'll do anything with this birria. They'll put it on top of anything, which is the fun thing to do. Here's the secret hack. You don't see it on their menu online. You go next door to 7-Eleven. You buy yourself a bag of whatever you like. part of the fun is debating what's going to be the best thing. We, for like a week leading up to going to this place, my friends and I were like, what about Pirate's Booty? Would that be good? Or like, what about Hot Cheetos? And then you go next door to the birreria and they'll cut it open for you. They'll take your bag and they'll make you a walking taco.
My Midwest heart.
So they fill your bag of Tostitos.
Doritos all the way for the record.
I know, that's what I was lobbying for. And that the group did not, we couldn't agree nacho cheese versus, what's the one, the inferior
Cool
one?
Ranch?
Cool Ranch.
Yeah.
No, nacho cheese all the way, but the group didn't agree. We ended up going with Fritos, just the classic Fritos scoop, which was delicious. And they'll fill it up with birria, with melted cheese, with the cilantro and white onion. It's delicious. It is so fun. It's a real event and a great time. Los Socios Birreria on West Colfax.
I love this recommendation. And it's like it's a stew traditionally, so it like feels very fall-y. I love this.
It makes me feel about like elementary school in the Midwest when it's like walking taco day. The little like fun-sized bags of Fritos. Get the walking tacos.
It's pretty fun. All right, let's move into our next category. This is our theme category for the month. This is something that is a trick and or a treat. You guess where our inspiration came from for that one. So I don't know how you all took this, but maybe I could go first on this one. Start us off.
Sure.
Okay, I've got a kind of a two-parter thing. Because one of my favorite things to do this time of year is to go buy like a ton of apples. The bruised ones, the discount pile. I'll go to King's and I'll go straight to the discount pile. And if they have bags of bruised apples, I'll buy however many they have. And then I'll take them home and I'll rough chop them and I'll boil them for hours. And I'll mash them up and I'll squeeze them through a cheesecloth and I'll make my own hot cider.
Ooh.
This is a great trick for fall to make your house smell delicious and to fill your fridge with something really nice to drink all week. You can have it hot, you can have it cold. But while you're at King Soopers, and I've said this before, but it's worth repeating because I know a lot of new listeners start with the guides. They're checking receipts now. The security guard is checking receipts, but I'm here to tell you, you don't have to let them. You can just walk past. Don't let them check your receipt if you don't want to. Just say no. That's the trick. Don't let them check your receipt. So get yourself a big old bag of apples and some cheesecloth and a big pot and make cider.
And stick it to the man while you're at it.
Stick it to the man.
I thought you were getting
Exactly.
the bruised apples because you felt bad for them. You're like, oh.
No, I just like them because they're cheap.
The little
And for the
bruised
cider, it doesn't
apples.
matter.
Nobody wants the sad bruised apples. I'll take them home.
All right, Olivia, how about you? What's your trick and or treat?
All right, I've got a trick to get a treat. How about that?
Ooh.
Love it.
All right. So the trick is you go to Brewability in Inglewood on South Broadway, and you get their fall beer. It's like an Oktoberfest or, some kind of pumpkin-y beer. And you order it the basic bitch style. And when you order it the basic bitch style, it comes with a cream cheese rim with cinnamon sugar on it. And then you have a beer that actually tastes really tasty because I don't really like beer.
Cream cheese rim?
A cream cheese rim with cinnamon sugar all over it. So
I never heard of this before.
Yeah, they call it the basic
fascinating.
bitch style. And so if you order it that way, then you get a very tasty beer with a little snack on it. And that is my trick to get a treat. It's really good.
I love this.
I did that this weekend. It was delicious.
That's brilliant. I don't know if I would agree that is a basic bitch move. That seems like it's like expert level beer drinking.
That's how they've coined it. But I was like, immediately, yes. Like, I loved it. I love every aspect of this, but it was great.
Nice.
Peyton, how about you? Your trick and or treat?
Okay, I went with a treat because I am recommending the Monster Masquerade at the Denver Zoo. You guys all know I'm a big, giant zoo fan. I have a membership there, so I go a lot. But the treat part is if you do the Monster Masquerade, which is October 30th, 5 to 9 p.m., it's 21 and up only. So the treat is you get to explore the zoo without all the kids, without having to watch where you're stepping or have a little toddler tyrant telling you that you want to see the giraffes over and over and over again. And it's only $35. And that includes a complimentary drink. And you can hang out all night. And there's going to be music and performers and trivia and a silent disco and a costume contest and animal demonstrations. So If you are a big zoo fan like me, I'm recommending the Monster Masquerade October 30th for grown-ups only. But bonus recommendation to check out Boo at the Zoo if you really do want to take your kiddos. That is happening weekends in October. The kids dress up and there's little stations where they can get candy and stuff. And if you go on Halloween night, it's a sensory-friendly version. So if you've got a little dude like me who has sensory input issues, this is perfect because he's not really down to trick or treat. But it'll just be, we could still dress up and we can go to the zoo and it'll still be something really fun for him. So if you want a low key night, check it out on the 31st. And if you want a hardcore party with your adult friends, go on the 30th.
Fantastic. Great ranks, you two. Before we say goodbye, I just want to make one more plea for you to join our membership program. We are in the final days of our fall membership campaign. But actually, I just want to take a minute and thank the new and existing members, especially those folks who've joined during the campaign already. We've been seeing such nice messages come through of folks who are just recognizing that this is valuable to them and like seeing the connection and wanting to deepen it. So one person in particular, I just wanted to shout out Alex P., who wrote, "There's no better way to understand the mood of the city than Paul, Bree, and the CityCast squad."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, wow, that's high praise, Alex. Really appreciate that. That is exactly what we were trying to do. So if you want that special Neighbors Make Denver tote bag, if you want the members only events roundup every Monday in your inbox, if you want the ad-free podcast feed, and if you want a chance to win the $250 gift card to Bonanno Concepts, which is good at any of their restaurants, Mizuna, Luca, Osteria, Marca, Salida? It's probably Salida. I'm thinking of the town Salida. Or the Vesper Lounge, my personal favorite. Join today for your chance to win a really nice night out. Membership.citycast.fm is the place to do it. It's $10 a month or $100 a year. Membership.citycast.fm. Peyton, Olivia, thanks so much for joining me.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
And now we've got one last thing for you. I talked them up earlier, but now you get to hear for yourselves. Please enjoy this sponsored segment with our host, Bree Davies, and our friends at Multipass.
Hey, Bree here with Andy Cameron, CEO of Multipass and local musician Raya. And we're going to talk about the upcoming music showcase Uprise. Hey, Andy. Hey, Raya.
Hey, Bree.
Hey, Bree.
So, Andy, Uprise is all about changing the way local artists are supported here in Denver. Can you share what makes this showcase different from like the usual pay-to-play setup?
Uprise is really about flipping the script on how local artists are treated. So a lot of like showcases in Denver and honestly like everywhere still run on like a pay to play model where artists really are expected to sell all the tickets or hit a bar minimum just to get on the stage. And that system really doesn't actually invest in the artists. It takes more away from them. So what we're trying to accomplish with Uprise is we've really designed it so that the artists are the focus. So they're paid fairly, they don't have to carry the financial risk, and they get to perform in front of a real audience that's there because they want to discover something new. So it's really about building a community where the venue organizers and the fans all rally around local talent instead of just putting barriers in front of them.
I love this model. It's already speaking to me as someone that really feels that this is so important, that the relationship between the artist and the promoters and the audience is a more symbiotic situation. That's amazing. Raya, so you have a new album just dropped, The Fourth Wall, and you'll be performing it live at Uprise. Why are you most excited about performing in front of a hometown crowd?
Yeah, well, first off, I'm very excited to perform alongside the other artists in the lineup, El Javi, Humble Francis, and Rebecca Hart. And additionally, I have a really special set planned that's actually very different from the album version of my songs. So I'm really excited to let the audience in on that unique experience.
I love that. I love the album and the live is always different, but when you have something set up, that's like extra exciting for me as an audience member. So something for folks to look forward to. So, okay, last question is for both of you. Beyond this October 10th show at the Pearl, what impact do you hope Uprise will have on Denver's local music scene?
My hope is that Uprise becomes like a catalyst for something that really sparks some momentum in Denver, especially in the music scene. And if we can really show that artists don't have to choose between, being exploited or being invisible, then we've really done our job. So I'd really love for Uprise to inspire more venues, promoters, and even fans to really rethink how they support local music.
And I hope it creates a ripple effect. Artists need platforms where they can showcase their work without losing themselves in the process. If Uprise can prove that's possible, then maybe it encourages more collaborations, more creativity, and more opportunities for artists here in Denver to actually thrive. That impact changing the culture of support, that's bigger than just one show.
Absolutely. And I love this too. Again, folks listening, you are the audience. So we need that third part to make this all work. Andy and Raya, thanks for being here. And check out Uprise, a local music showcase on October 10th at the Pearl, or head to multipass.com to learn more. We'll have that link for you in the show notes as well, so you're just a click away. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Brie.
Thank you.
That's all for today here on CityCast Denver. If you enjoyed the show, why not take a minute to tell the security guard at King Soopers about us? Rate the show wherever you get your podcasts, and subscribe to our morning newsletter, and learn more about us at denver.citycast.fm. And thanks to our new neighbors, Brian E., Luis H., Rosemary S., Jeremy R., Lena G., Emily O., Trevor J., Philip C., Jacob J., Marcy F. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Oh my God, I am overwhelmed. Danielle L., and Elise C., who all just joined our membership program during this fall membership campaign. You all are amazing. You can support the show too and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Denver neighbor today at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. See you then.
It's a nice mug, Paul.
Thank you.
You make that?
No.
Well. Anyway.